When the union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Okay, Michael Oliver, TriMet Light Rail. A healthy 2.27% cost of living increase is scheduled for December 1st, 2008. Not too shabby. I can't wait until June 2009. It's Thanksgiving time of the year again, and first on my very short list is our financial recording secretary, Yvette. Not only has this woman straightened out our books, she has instituted enough new rules that have our accounts all healthy, wealthy, and somewhat wise. This brings some closure to the sordid episode in the history of our local. Except for the Wallace family, that is. These folks struggle on, and I wish them the best of luck. Addiction affects so many people, and most of them are innocent victims. My heart goes out to Tom and his wife and the struggle before them. I hope that somehow they find peace, or at least contentment. Where have all the people come from? Operators everywhere, and more on the way. As of the winter sign-up, we have 153 light rail operators and 26 streetcar operators, for a total of 179. How many folks remember 32 operators and the Fry line? Well, our numbers keep going up until next year when we inaugurate the Green Line. Then we shall see a lot of requirements and a new era for TriMet, which shall be renamed the Weird City Transportation Company, with 7,000 taxi operators as our largest contingent. And how weird is that? I must remind people that before you turn in a grievance to Cooch Street, please review it with me. You could save a lot of time and trouble. Rail is a specialty, and we have different rules than bus. A grievance was turned in the spring that wound its way through the bureaucracy until the fall, being turned down because it did not follow WWA. Let me review all grievances with you, and I think we will have a better chance of success. Always write me at mtgbo2002@msn.com. Okay, next up is Michael Connor, TriMet Light Rail Maintenance. Labor relations at TriMet Light Rail. Management screws up, comes to the union asking employees to ignore the contract that management entered into because they are under hardship, which TriMet has been under since the beginning of time. Please help us out of a mess of our own making, they say. The union says, no, live up to what you agreed to. Management says, we don't care that we made a deal. We will implement our plan and force it down the employees' throats. I love it. I love this stuff. Then we will blame the union and the employees for not being part of the team. Boy, I love this guy. Does this sound like your department? Probably does if you're an LRV mechanic who's being asked to sign paperwork for work that was not done by you, but by apprentices working without the oversight of a mechanic. It's a very dangerous program where someone will be hurt, either an employee or the public. It's only a matter of time with folks doing work who are not fully qualified to do it, not to mention that management has cut months out of the training program, and yet the variety of equipment to be learned has increased threefold. Or perhaps you may recognize that this if you are a fair machine tech, where the pressure to contract out work is intense, and apprentice training is questionable to say the least. Or perhaps you are in one of the maintenance of way disciplines where trackage has increased by 35%, but the number of employees doing that work has decreased by more than 30%. The union sees all of these issues every day. In the LRV department, the union is encouraging its mechanics not to sign off on any work for which you do not feel you wish to take responsibility. If your supervisor insists, make a note on the paperwork that you do not participate fully. Do not get into a discipline issue for work that you didn't do just because your supervisor pushes you to fudge the paperwork. Also see a shop steward or myself, or a liaison officer, Joe Ruffin, at Ruby Junction, for a form that you keep a copy of and give a copy to us. I'm keeping on file apprentice work being done without journeyman oversight so we can present it where it need to be dated. We've also filed grievances on the issue. Also, any drivers who might be reading my article today, welcome, and keep this in mind next time you get trained with mechanical problems. The help is thin in all maintenance departments. I'm seeing more and more instances in all the areas I represent of abuse in the way apprentices are used. This hurts the apprentices by not spending time giving them quality training, and since there's a lack of oversight, it endangers the apprentices and compromises their safety. Also, they are doing work where if the district would put emphasis on training and then promote them, they would get the pay they deserve for the work being done. The district gets the work done on the cheap, the journeymen lose work they are rightfully entitled to, and apprentices get premium work outside the seniority system, but a high cost to themselves and their coworkers. Next time you see your manager, be sure and thank them for all they have taken away from you and make yourselves look better. Does it sound familiar? Wall Street, the banking industry, and TriMet, counting on the little guy to make big sacrifices. Okay, TriMet Center Maintenance. Chad Mather. New news at Center Street. Managers believe that the service crew should be adjusting PA volumes and checking functionality. This is on the mechanics inspection sheets. The pre-filing has been requested. 3 other grievances have been filed concerning denied promotion, day shift overtime, and contractors doing facilities work, installing pit nets. The Maintenance Assistance Fund arbitration is coming up next month. We will all be able to show that TriMet has reduced the workforce and that they are not reporting all the labor they are contracting out. And finally, Vice President Sam Schwartz. Over the years, our jobs have been made more complicated and more stressful and much more complex. Whether you are a bus or rail operator or a mechanic, you have experienced change. Supervisors in customer service and trainers have been through huge changes, as well as dispatchers and controllers. Here are just a few of the health issues we suffer through. Bus operators have many more responsibilities today compared to 10 years ago. They are responsible for securing wheelchairs, calling stops, and maneuvering in heavy traffic, not to mention dealing with heavy loads of people and tight schedules. Another detriment to bus operators is bad equipment and biodiesel. Operators have reported more breathing problems and headaches while operating their buses. These symptoms seem to disappear in a short time after their shift is over. They complain of more sinus problems, coughing, a lot more sore throats. Well, isn't that the truth? We are told that there is less pollution from biodiesel, but there is an increase in noxious gas, a reduction in power, a reduction in fuel economy, and an increase in aldehyde, acrylamide, and acetaldehyde, as well as formaldehyde. There is a small increase in propanol and butanol. This fuel also leads to do more repairs and is more costly to begin with. The constant vibration and bouncing in a bad seat for hours takes its toll on the body as well. Stress from a bad schedule also takes its toll, and it may take as long as 3 months to fix. Dispatchers and controllers face more stress at certain times of the day or night, depending on what is taking place. Rush hour accidents and incidents play a big part in stress for these groups, especially when they are understaffed. Not getting a break on a regular basis is also a contributing factor. Stay tuned, I will continue this article next month. For now, I wish all a healthy Thanksgiving.
When the union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Now they have taken untold millions they never toiled to earn. But without our brain and muscle, not a single wheel could turn. We can break their haughty power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.